Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his third season in the league.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Stanley. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A good pickup there, 21 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Off the play fake. Holt rolling to his left. Open man is Komet, the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Holt. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The Bears at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Operating from the gun. Holt. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
But when it's 4th and inches, shouldn't you pick up the 1st down? I mean, shouldn't you go for it? I mean, if you can't get inches, right, why are you playing?
And on inches, that's your favorite play, right? Don't mess with handing it off. Just go ahead and get the surge and go right up the gut.
Exactly. Create that. Just a little bit of space should get it done. You're almost able to take the snap and just fall down and pick it up. They got it there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to... Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Six 0 our score after 1. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And he's got some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, big man with the ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
On 3rd down, Holt. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have the Bears' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
To throw on 2nd down, Holt. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's a gain of 6 on the first down run. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. On 4th down, Holt, open man, he finds Komet. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bears' decision to go for it. Here's Tommy Townsend now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It's taken to the 26. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And they run the option on 2nd down. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And he's got the 1st down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. And they're going to speed things up here. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Stevens. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case,
and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead in the final minute of the... Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And they'll indeed take a knee. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the 2nd half. Set to resume. Here we go with the 2nd half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. You think back to last week, they dropped that game to the Detroit Lions. Now they're trying to make amends here as they've got the football and the lead. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now he'll try to run with this. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Rolling to his right. Oh, Mooney, what a catch. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's go. Cougar 19. Dragon 60.
Off play action. Holt steps away. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. It's their quarterback with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone. Touchback.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Off the play fake. Holt. They'll roll him out right. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now an option play, and he'll keep it. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down.
Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
That one a first down pickup of 8. He's going to try and take off with it. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
On third down, Stanley. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at...
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Stanley. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they will take a knee here.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.
Right there, hurt.
So it's the Bears who come away with a victory, and it was thanks in part to the play of their third-year quarterback.
Yeah, he did a little bit of everything, didn't he? He had 2 touchdown passes through the air, another one on the ground, and that defense, they really had no answer for many of their drives.
So for the Bears, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in
today.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. On fourth down, Michael Pilardi on to punt.
Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. So here are the Bears backed up to start their initial drive. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
I know teams always talk about having a 24-hour rule after a game, and eventually we end up rolling our eyes. But it works both ways, right? 24 hours if you win, 24 if you lose. But, boy, it's a fun 24 when you win the game and you win NFC Offensive Player of the Week, isn't it?
Absolutely. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from, working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the 1st down.
Check mash, check mash.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 68 yards, and a touchdown.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
And this will be a Bears 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
To throw on 3rd down, Holt.
There's a short throw. It's caught by Komet.
And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go. Set. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And this will be a Bears 1st down as the tackle made at the 23-yard line.
Go, Reed. Go.
Here's a give up the middle. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun. Holt. High throw, but the catch is made. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Fix the Eagles. Fix the Eagles. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready, go.
Off play action. Holt sliding out of the pocket.
And he will slide to a halt with a penalty marker down on the play.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
On the go.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
19.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Now a throw here, hauled in.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. Pinheiro now to kick this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Off the play fake. Holt. Flush to his right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. The Bears moving hastily into hurry-up offense. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well.
Holding. Receiving team.
And that'll go to Kansas. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half.
The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. This is a game, Charles, it's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trail by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
He'll decide to keep this once more.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Holt. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Holt. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Martin, the return.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return.
On 2nd down, there's the option going left. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a 1st down.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. The throw over the middle taken in. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
19 Charger, 19 Charger.
Off play action. Holt escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Danielle Hunter in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Excellent.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
The drive will start with an option going left. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
19 Charger.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Danielle Hunter able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
That time, Charles, great job keeping him in the pocket and not letting him escape.
And Brandon, I think this was a great example of the front and the back working together, meaning the back covering, no place to go with the football. And the front, terrific job on the edge so he couldn't escape outside. And then, of course, the inside pressure kept him hemmed in as well.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
He finds his man complete. That's Saunders.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. You talk about it. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. That's taken on the 25.
A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return.
And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at the 40. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Here's the option going left on second down. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. Back to throw. Holt. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. He got 29 yards that time. On 1st and 10, Holt, he finds his man, complete. It's Stanley.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff running through the middle. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Off the play fake. Holt, he'll buy some time right. And he nearly got the 1st himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. Only a 1-yard gain, but good enough to just about finish this one off. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
And how about this finish? Able to take a knee, run out the clock, and close this game out by 1 point. You talk about how many coaches we talked to? They all said the same. All I want to do is win by 1 point. That got tested in this one.
Yep, and that cliche rings true. A single penny separates this one.
Well, obviously, Charles, this was by no means an offensive track meet. I mean, the defenses were the story in this ball game, but hey, they got enough points to get the job done, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. In such a low-scoring game, it completely changes everything you had planned to do out there. Fortunately for them, they got just enough scoring to bring home the win, and in this type of a game, to play their defense, that became one of their biggest keys.
So for Chicago, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank
Today, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Chicago Bears taking on the Atlanta Falcons.
Bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Today, we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Atlanta Falcons and the Chicago Bears. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
In his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And here, Charles, is a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of the... backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field, but preparing each week in practice as if they were going to play. And when you have guys like that on your team, you've got a chance for success when the injury bug hits.
On second down, here's the option.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On third down, Holt. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A third down gain of 19. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's first and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Hey, check that. Street.
Looking to throw. Holt over the middle. That's caught by Ridley.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
The numbers for Ridley a week ago. 4 catches, 62 yards.
When you turn in good, consistent performances each and every week, you will rank in the top 10 in the league in receiving yards, and he's number 7 currently, hoping to move up as time goes on.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Throwing on third and long. Holt. He completes it to Ridley.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So certainly a defensive mistake here in the first quarter, getting hit with a roughing the passer call.
And that hurts not just because of the yardage you gave up and give them a fresh set of downs, but that brought the home crowd into this one. And when you go on the road, your job is to silence the crowd, not energize them.
No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they are winners of 2 straight games as they have climbed back to 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know that this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes, because I remember a few weeks ago you and I having a conversation where we both thought that this was a season that could get away from them pretty quickly. Obviously not.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this will be a Bears first down as the tackle made at about the 38. Throw left side complete. That's Stanley. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Operating from the gun, Holt. This one caught by Ridley. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. For the Bears at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Off play action. Holt. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
45.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Warriors 70.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. In their locker room, they've got a sign that says defense wins. The Falcons send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And now a fair catch called for, and he'll indeed take it at about the 6-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
19 Tiger.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Holt, he finds his man, complete. That's Stanley. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7. On 3rd and 2, Holt. Oh, look at the catch by Ridley. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back to throw. Holt. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Yeah, no question. He got to the QB late, CD, and that's going to get a flag every time.
Every single time. Because let's face it, the league is always going to have an emphasis on these calls. They want to take care of these quarterbacks who are in vulnerable positions when they're passing the football.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
So roughing the passer there, a big mistake defensively.
Yeah, and even though you got a quarterback out of the pocket and the rules change downfield, that doesn't mean the same rules don't apply with the QB. Anything more than one step, they're going to throw a flag on you every time.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. To throw on 2nd down. Holt, and he will find Ridley. That's complete.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4.
Off the play fake. Holt. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Off play action. Holt rolling to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. Gonzalez's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So we come upon halftime here at Holt.
Message received here. No need to wait.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. Here's Smith to return it. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So here are the Bears to take over on offense.
They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. So Holt. The Falcons send out their punter, standing just about on his own goal line. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Bears take over. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
45, 45, 45,
And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. In motion left goes Jones. On second down, there's the option going left. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Touchdown! Cole Kmet, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. But that makes this a two-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this...
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From the 6. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt...
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This one fielded at the 5. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Up the middle they go. Stanley, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 1st down, Holt. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he takes this one back into the end zone of the Falcon defense. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing on 1st down. Holt. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. And he fires one incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Atlanta, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers. So for our entire Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And Charles, we see some of the injury. That have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself, but I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure.
You know, back when I played when dinosaurs roamed the earth, you didn't hear next man up. You heard, oh, no, we've got to put in Davis.
From the gun on 3rd down, Holt. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. On 1st and 10, Holt. That's complete to Mooney. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Looking to throw. Holt. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
The numbers for Ridley a week ago. 7 catches, 99 yards.
3rd in the league in receiving yards, and that's a strong number. That means he's being consistent each and every time out.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Still 3rd down.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Back to throw. Holt. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers 30. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. On 1st down, Holt. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Well, he makes the catch off the tip by the safety.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal.
48 Mike. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the...
Throw left side, complete to QT. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Come on. Hey, Cowboys. 19.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in.
Yes.
A great effort. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Looking to throw. Holt. Now there's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. The Bears at 3-4 on the year coming into play. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Hands it off out of the gun. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. He's going to try and do this himself, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. Maybe. On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They lead things here as they start 1st and 10, trying to get rid of that bad taste in their mouth from the loss last week to the Atlanta Falcons. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Bears getting the road victory, so they'll look now to take the season series here at Soldier Field.
They'll roll him out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off by Jair Alexander. And
Matt Ariza now on to punt this one away.
A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return.
The Chicago offense set to get started. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. On now is the Packers punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Stanley. And some room to work. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense over-committing. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
Off the play fake. Holt. And that is incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, I could spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage, but when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Hey, check that, street.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Sliding out of the pocket. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did.
Here's Matt Ariza now. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Pulled in at the 24. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bears going to get one more possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off play action. Holt. He'll buy some time right. He hits Mooney going across the middle. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. Throwing on 1st down. Holt. Open man is QT, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27. Gonzalez's kick is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a first down. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Throws right side, and that's complete. 23 yards, the final tally.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Off the play fake. Holt rolling to his right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Yeah, he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Delayed game.
And that flag accepted.
Still 2nd down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Holt. Over the middle, it's complete. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers. How about that there? No frills, no added additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory.
44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
70 Lions.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right. Run to the ball.
And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Holt. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Go. Go. 17's mine.
And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Their mobile quarterback. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season.
And the Bears look like they're going to get back in the win column as they...
So now with little time remaining, they'll have this and maybe one more play. And this is going to be taken in by the Bears, and it appears they're going to win this game. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, That can be a big deal because, remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for the Bears,
They're back to 500 as they move to 4-4 on the year.
and they'll get to stay home again next week as the New York Jets come to town. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll take this